Okay, wow, Jake, another phenomenal performance. Seriously, dude, is there anything you can't do?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like
The
a
dishes?
lot of things, yes. No, I like that. I like that you'd say that, but absolutely so many things. I'm never gonna tell anybody all the many things I can't. That's why I sit in a hotel room and, narcissistically talk about myself.
Which is good sometimes, right?
Yeah, no, it's important. Everyone should have this process in their life.
You
It
have it a
really-
little bit too much, but that's
I mean-
okay.
Yeah, I do.
It's good. Seriously, though, your performance in this was just so outstanding. And it's a movie that I don't think I will ever forget while watching it. It just says, sitting with me, and it still makes me shiver. What was it like for you to read the script, and how did it resonate with you?
I felt the same way when I read the script. I felt this sort of strange energy in it. I think the thriller aspect of the movie really shook me. I mean, it's one of those kind of page turners in a way. The tension is set really early on, and it takes the whole movie to figure out what's happened. It's really very brilliantly laid out by Tom in the execution. All these many storylines kind of adding up to the end. But I remember reading it, and I just remember kind of having this vibration through me. And it wasn't it was disturbing, but also emotional in this sort of odd way that I could be taken into this journey of heartbreak, really, and that I could be left feeling the resonance of my own times when I felt that, and also the darkness of the specificity of the story. I sort of had to, like you feel, I had to sort of shake it off over a number of days. I talked to Tom Ford, I remember after I read the screenplay a few hours later, and I said I wanted to do it. And I remember being like, what did I get myself into? And then also being so excited because that's the reason to make a film.
And Tom Ford, I mean, he's got obviously amazing designer, a great eye. We've seen that in what was it what was it about working with somebody like that, and just what did he bring to this?
I mean, it is the nature of who he is. It's the nature of a director generally to be sort of obsessive in detail, a good director. I think when he talked to me, he talked about how specific and personal this was to him. And that always matters to me in any exchange with the director, is the reason why they want to make it. I mean, and he just talked about his own relationships, his own regrets in his own life, how they connected. And then narratively, he had all these visual ties and reprises throughout the story that were these visual cues or emotional cues that I knew the audience would love, you know? And I loved that. And I thought he was so articulate. He's very old school, very mannered, as we all know him to be, the Tom, you know? But at the same time, I love that within the process of making a film. I am old school when I make a movie. I think what's in front of a camera is sacred. I think the process in which we used to make movies created a sense of sacredness in front of the camera. It's changed. And to have someone bring that back in style, in look, in process was exciting to me. And that's Tom.
Well, you just delivered another brilliant performance, and as I've said, you need to lighten it up and do a musical comedy, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see you happy in a movie.
Okay.
All right, you promised me.